Are the current market falls a buying opportunity for technology stocks? That's going to be the topic of today's video. Okay everyone, if you're a high net wealth individual or an expat in particular, go over to adamfire.com and see how I can help you. Now on this topic, I'm going to talk about technology stocks. So basically, so far this year, some stock markets such as the UK's FTSE 100 have been pretty much stagnant throughout the year. So the UK market has outperformed some of our markets. And that's because the UK market has got more oil and gas and finance companies and so on. It's done better than the US stock market, and the Nasdaq has done one of the worst out of all the major stock markets. Is this a buying opportunity? I would say in the long term, the answer is yes, at least for the overall index, because technology is not going to go away. Whatever happens in the next 6 months or 12 months, where technology could go down, it could go up, it could be even, technology is not going to go away. People forget that, after 2000, the Nasdaq went down by 76%. And during 2008, it went down by about 50%. During COVID, about 30%. But if somebody had just held the Nasdaq from the peak in 2000 until 2020 or 2021, they would have made something like 12% per year, despite those huge falls. So I don't know what's going to happen in 6 months or 12 months with the technology market, but what I do know is we're not going to be using less technology, over time. If any of you have got kids, I'm sure they're always on screens and so on. That doesn't mean that all technology stocks are going to do well. I think some of those small technology stocks that aren't yet profitable might struggle. So the likes of Robinhood, companies that aren't yet profitable, there's a chance that they will struggle because as interest rates rise, they won't be able to get money for cheap interest rates and reinvest it and so on. But actually, big tech has very good balance sheets. And whilst individual stocks could go to zero, I don't expect the Nasdaq to underperform in the next 20 years. So if you're a long-term investor, actually it's pretty good news what's happened so far this year. How can I help you? In two ways. First of all, are you an expat, a high net wealth individual, or just somebody who lives in a part of the world where it's difficult to get access to quality investment solutions? In which case, go onto my website on adamfire.com and find out more. If you don't fit into any of those categories, then in which case there's a range of free material on my website, on this YouTube channel, and indeed on my Quora, where I get over 200 or have received over 231 million views in the last few years. And finally, if you want to actually read my thoughts in more detail, go onto Amazon and find my book on there.